Happy Friday the 13th. It's that time again for sex, depravity, and Jason Voorhees as we venture to Camp Crystal Lake once again for his final chapter. Or is it?
Flip the switches to maximum amplification as Parker, Dan, and Angela prepare for their operation. With trivia and plot points scrawled across their walls, laughter and debate erupts as the movie's drama calls. The world may call them crazy, minds gone astray, but genius and passion and madness all dance the same way. Now the show begins to rise from its broadcast realm, and you can open your eyes as we dissect that film.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Dissect That Film Podcast, a podcast that dissects the good, the bad, and the ugly of cinema. I am your host, Brett Parker. Joining me, as always, my wonderful co-hosts, Dan and Angela of DNA Gaming.
Hello.
She's messing it up.
He joined us for part 2, and he's back for the final chapter. We have good friend Robert Stewart of Stew World Order. What's going on, Stu?
Not too much. I am glad to be back. My wife gives me so much crap because I told her I had to watch a Friday the 13th today because I was going to record on a podcast. She's like, there's no way in reality you don't have all of those movies committed to memory at this point. Because you've watched them. I've watched them so many times. My typical thing is I try so hard to watch new movies all the time and just watch 200 to 300 movies each year that I've never seen before. And every time I sit down to watch a movie, there's this little thing in my brain that goes off and says, I could watch a new movie that I've never watched before, or I could watch a Friday the 13th.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, man. That's why you're here. And that's why you joined us for part 2. Because I remember, listening to your show, and you would always talk about how much of a Friday the 13th fan you were. And it was always funny because, listening to your show early on, when I started listening, and your podcast focuses on superhero movies or comic book movies, to be more exact. It was just weird to hear you say that, which is, I don't know why it was weird, but it was just like you were talking about comics and you were always comics and superhero movies. And it's like, oh yeah, one of my favorite franchises is Friday the 13th. And I was like, okay, all right. So yeah, you joined us for part 2. And you're back for, quote unquote, the final chapter, or what Joseph Zito was told was going to be the final movie in the franchise. Come on, silly goose. You really think they were going to stop it after this? No way. They just wanted to mess with the audience because it was going to be a new beginning in the next one. Oh. So I guess I don't really have to ask you what your history is with this movie because of how much you've seen it. But I guess, where does final chapter start for you?
The final chapter was probably one. I know growing up when I had started watching these movies, it was around the time of Zombie Jason. I remember Jason Part 6, Jason Part 7. I remember seeing those at the drive-in. So I think when this movie came out, I was 3 years old. So even with my bad parents, I was a little bit too young for the final chapter. I probably saw this sometime in the 80s though, because it's all kind of amorphous in my head, just seeing Friday the 13th movies when I was a kid. So I know I saw this one when I was young, and then oddly enough, probably about 6 or 7 years ago, my wife and I sat down to just watch a random Friday the 13th, and we picked this one. And then I did with The Pint, a pop culture podcast, we did a video series where we watched every single one of them and dissected them at great depth. And now I'm watching this one again, so I keep going back to part 4 in recent years for some reason.
It's just that movie. It's just that movie of the franchise.
Just that one. It is.
A lot of people want to go back to because of, the introduction to, certain characters and people considering this to be the best version of Jason in the franchise. Some would say, it's a movie unlike the rest, even though it is very similar. So it's one of those, in my eyes, a comfort addition to the Friday the 13th franchise, because if for anyone who's listened to the prior episodes, like the first three are kind of hit and miss for me. It's just,
okay.
The first one is one of those movies where it's like, I appreciate what they did, and it's iconic for the genre, but it's not a movie in the franchise I'm going back to. I'm just not going back to it because it just doesn't have that same impact. Part 2 builds on it and improves on it. And then I think 3 for me, it kind of like takes a little dive, because I've always been very hot or cold with part 3 for certain reasons, but part 4 is like, whoo, we're climbing back up. We're going up the roller coaster. We're about to hit the top and go down that slide again. So that's kind of my little journey with it. But Dan, Angela, what's your history with the final chapter?
You have?
I mean, we've watched this several times. I couldn't tell you when I first watched it.
I probably watched it on your stream when you used to stream these.
I'm
Possibly.
pretty sure we watched it there, but I've watched it before then. But couldn't tell you the first time.
Mine would be the same as I've answered on all of these. Unfortunately, my introduction to this whole franchise started in a very short period, like in my mid to later teens, where my cousin's like, let's just watch these. And it was when they used to have those Friday the 13th marathons on TV all the fucking time. And I started with 6, and we'll go into that more when we actually do that one. Which we did. Did we do 6 yet? We haven't done 6
No,
yet.
Dan, we're going in order.
I still fucking remember. I don't know. I
the
thought
only
we
ones
jumped
we didn't
around
go in
a little.
order. Well, we started with Freddy versus Jason, and then we went to the remake, and then we started from the beginning. So yeah, we are going in order.
That's fair. I forget. So skipping that, but like after that one, it was just like a lot of them in very quick succession, because it was either it was on TV or we had the DVD or the VHS, so we just watched just a shit ton of them in order. So, but that's about just something I watched with my cousin. So
yeah, I mean, it's again for me, it's the same thing. It's like I remember renting it from the little hole in the wall place that we used to go to with my dad. And I was a completionist, so every weekend that we were with him, we would rent, the next 2 entries in the franchise of whatever franchise it was. I think, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Child's Play. It was just that was my focus. It was I need to watch the next one of that. And then as I got older, it was always on TV. AMC used to, or still does, does the whole marathon of them. Which I don't watch the TV cuts, because they're just, who watches Friday the 13th on TV? Come on. It's just, no.
And then one you could really do that with is part 8, because they fucking gutted that show.
Oh, they gutted
anyway,
it so bad.
You don't miss much.
They pretty much made it a TV movie at a point. Yeah. Except for like the decapitation kill, but.
Yeah.
But yeah. So Friday the 13th, the final chapter, was directed by Joseph Zito, who probably most known for The Prowler in 1981. He would go on to direct Chuck Norris in a couple of his movies, Missing in Action and Invasion USA. He did Missing in Action the same year as this, and then did Invasion USA in 1985, and then directed a film in 1988 called Red Scorpion, which our good friends over at Give Me Back My Action Horror Movies just covered, the Dolph Lundgren classic that, to be honest, I never heard of until they covered it.
Fair. I will point out The Prowler, pretty good movie.
Yes, and there are some kills and some actions that are taken by Jason that are very similar to the killer in The Prowler.
Yes.
So you could see Zito's influence in taking a slasher, which probably at the time wasn't as well known. But this was, I guess The Prowler was kind of the reason why Joseph Zito got the job for this. From what I have seen from videos and doing the little research that I do, I heard it was a kind of a wild production. Like this was some things were done that shouldn't have been done. There were a lot of conflict between the director and the actor Ted White, who played Jason in this, because Ted White was a older generation. He was a seasoned actor. I think he was 57 when he did play Jason in this. So he was very protective of the younger cast. And Joseph Zito was trying to make a horror movie, so of course he's doing all he can. You know, gotta have, if it's Friday the 13th, gotta have boobs, right? Gotta have nudity. Gotta have some wild kills. You gotta film people in the middle of lakes when it's like 50 degrees out. It's safe stuff. Ted White, he actually really enjoyed their performances. He thought they were all really good. Corey Feldman, he actually gave his flowers to after the fact of like, originally Ted White couldn't stand him because he was very arrogant and he tried to be more like the adults than trying to be a kid. And Ted White really wasn't a big fan of that because he was very old school. But he said, I remember after watching the movie, I went, wow, this kid's actually really good. Like he's actually a good actor. He does things that a lot of actors that age aren't able to do. So that's good. That's good on Ted and good on Corey that all worked out. It's wild when you look back at just the history of these movies and the productions and how to be honest, I feel like a lot of the productions just didn't give a shit on how they were going to make these movies. Like they were just like, yeah, we're making a Friday the 13th movie. It's going to be fucking balls to the wall on screen. Might as well make it balls to the wall, behind the scenes too. And like I said, it does not get better in part 5. Part 5, it's something. It's something. Yep. And I cannot wait to get to that at some point down the road, which we will. Yes. We'll actually get into part 5 this year. So we have Harry Manfredini back doing the score. And he actually wrote new music for this one, unlike the last few where it was just the same score reused and maybe tweaked a little bit. But you know what? I appreciate it. Thanks, Harry. Harry, you know what? Harry Manfredini gets a lot of shit for his early scores and the fact that he was constantly using the same one. But this man has been around. I think he literally does the score all the way up till part 8. So
I think that sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what? Kudos to our boy.
It's called being consistent.
Yes, exactly. This was released April 13th, 1984. Oh, it was probably a Friday, right?
You would imagine.
Has to be.
Ran at 91 minutes, had a budget of $2.2 million, and had a box office of $33 million. This stars Kimberly Beck as Trish Jarvis, Peter Barton as Doug Bell. Which one was Doug?
Doug?
I don't know. I don't know who Doug is.
Hang on, let's see if I can find a picture of him.
Oh, he's the shower guy.
Oh, yeah, shower guy.
Shower guy. Corey Feldman as Tommy Jarvis. Eric Anderson as Rob. Crispin Glover as Jimmy Mortimer. I don't know why I'm saying their last names. You never hear their last names. Alan Hayes as Paul, but not Paul Holt, even though Paul Holt does show up in this movie.
He do.
Paul Holt. Barbara Howard as Sarah. Lawrence Monason as Ted. Or Lawrence. Did I say Lawrence?
You said Lawrence.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Joan Freeman as Tracy Jarvis. Judy Aronson as Sam. We've talked about her before. She was in Weird Science. She was one of the girls. One of the girls that hooks up with the two main guys later on.
Oh, yeah. Good. Okay, yeah. The ones that they're with the pieces. They're with Robert Downey Jr. and stuff.
Yep. This would be her first role.
Character.
This was her first role. What a first role to have. Getting completely nude.
Got to start somewhere.
Multiple times. Camilla Moore and Carrie Moore as Tina and Terry, or from what I've read, they were Doublemint twins at one point.
Okay.
Lisa Freeman as Nurse Robbie Morgan. Let's see, Bonnie Hellman as the hitchhiker.
Banana Girl.
The Banana Girl, and Bruce Mailer as Axel, and then Ted White as Jason. He was actually uncredited in this movie. He actually wanted to be uncredited in this movie.
Yep.
So good on him.
A great tradition of Boris Karloff.
Yep.
Uncredit yourself so you're more mysterious.
Yes, exactly.
Just how drunk are we gonna get?
Welcome to Good Beer, Bad Movie Night, where each month we drink finely crafted brews while watching terrible films in order to see just how drunk you have to get to enjoy them. So tune in and join Troy.
Killboy Kreitz.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Thank you.
Dave.
I have the weirdest boner.
And Pete.
IPAs are ales, meaning they are bottom fermented. Excuse me, they are top fermented. I that up. Try that again.
As we drag Kathleen.
Hear me.
Kicking and screaming through an alcohol-fueled podcast dedicated to movies of questionable quality and the frosty adult beverages that help make them tolerable. Good Beer, Bad Movie Night. Clearly, it's the beer's fault.
But yeah, let's hop into the plot of Friday the 13th, the final chapter. So as all Friday the 13th movies pretty much start, it's previously on Friday the 13th, where Paul Holt is sitting around the fire talking about Jason Voorhees and all the bad things he's done. Yet it shows a kill where it's literally the girl that's sitting next to him at the fire as he's telling the story. It shows her death.
Foreshadowing.
But yeah, it was Paul Holt every time we see him. But yeah, it's so funny. Well, the thing was, I think this is the longest period between two Friday the 13th. It was 2 years compared to just the single year, because it was like one coming out every single year. So it was one of those like, okay, this is kind of fitting to kind of get a refresh on what was going on in the franchise, because back then it wasn't like you could just watch the movie whenever you wanted. It was, you saw it in the theater. Once it was out of the theater, you had to wait for a home video release or for it to be able to rent it, and who knows how long that was going to be
for either one. It wasn't like like we weren't in the rhythm of like a movie's in theaters and it hits home video. What back then it was like 9 months to a year later.
Yeah.
Like even in the 90s, I remember like, oh, it'll be there in like 9 months. It was like a long stretch.
Yep. So it picks up the night the night of part 3. So pretty much the first, or the 2, 3, and 4 take place over a single weekend.
Yes, it's the long weekend trilogy or something. Yeah.
Because part 2 takes place on Friday the 13th. Part 3 is on Saturday the 14th, and this is Sunday the 15th. So yeah, we see the chaos, and you could see this movie got way more money because there's helicopters in this scene. Friday the 13th wasn't affording helicopters.
That was their whole budget.
That was literally their whole budget. This is like
bringing in the copter.
Yeah, there it is. And then we get actually, I forgot to mention the title card. Just is literally Jason's mask where it says Friday the 13th, and you're like, oh, and then final chapter fucking explodes the masks. Yep. You're
That's
like,
the rest of the budget.
That was it. All right, guys, we're done. We can't do anymore.
I'm just kidding.
That's it.
The rest of this movie is just you kids running through the woods.
Yep. So Jason is dead, quote unquote, and the EMTs show up to take him, and they're just like, so yeah, what's the emergency? It's like, well, you got to take there's 7 dead. It's like, dead? Like, well, that's not much of an emergency. I was like, what the fuck? Who says that as an EMT? Like, this seems like an emergency. They're already dead, so there's no emergency, right? Can't help the dead. But I just love there's always got to be the one EMT who's just like super nervous around everything, and she sees like Jason's body laying on the ground, and she's like, oh, a little nervous. So we then meet Axel, and of course he is the stereotypical, mortician eating food, saying lewd comments about a dead girl, which was like, okay, I'm the other EMT who's just like nice talk guy. As he's like, hey, you see that girl over there? Yeah, she's pretty cute, huh? She's like, she's dead. Okay, so what? And I was like, oh, fucking no.
Ew.
Damn it.
And like every 80s horror movie, the mortician is eating a sandwich and puts it on the body.
Yes.
In between what he needs to do. This was such a thing in the 80s. Like every horror movie had this scene.
Yep.
And I don't know why.
Yep. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. What were we watching that was like, oh my God, it broke the stereotype of the mortician eating? Was it that Decedent movie we watched?
Yeah, Decedent.
Which took place in a funeral home because she wasn't eating. No, she broke the mold.
She was just drinking.
Like the worst, honestly, dude. I get all this is horrible, but for me, having seen this movie a bunch of times, the one thing that stuck out to me on this viewing is please chew with your fucking mouth closed. What the fuck is wrong with you? I know you're working around dead people, but have some dignity. How is this dude getting ass? He's a savage.
I don't know. Who knows?
He has no game, but it really seems to work somehow on Nurse What's-Her-Face.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
She could do much better.
Yes.
We then meet the nurse who's there, who clearly in the beginning seems to not have any interest in Axel. She knows he's a perv. She knows he sucks. But then later makes out with him. And you're just like, I'm confused. Is this like desperation? Do you think you can't get anyone else? Like, you're a nurse. Like, I feel like somebody's going to want you. And you're, fucking Axel. Come on, man. What are we doing?
And it's very sudden, too. She goes from, look, I'm just here to watch the news. I have no interest to you, to making out with him. And there's no in between. Like, she just goes directly from one mood to the other.
Yeah, it's such a weird flip. And you're just like, okay, you want to believe it, but you're also like, okay, it's a Friday the 13th movie. I guess this is normal for this situation where it's like, ew, gross, you. And it's like, tonguing each other. It's just,
let me taste some of that sandwich you had earlier. Scoop it off your uvula.
Oh,
Gross.
oh my God.
There's a thought for you.
Yep.
Thanks,
Food for
no
thought.
thanks. Don't want that.
Literally.
Anybody else hungry?
Yeah, food for that.
Oh, but the funny, and the other weird thing about it is she walks in, she sees that he's watching that weird fucking aerobics video. And she's like, ew, gross. And then she changes it to the news. She's like, I'm just here to watch the news. Is this the only TV in the hospital? Come on.
Only the mortician gets television.
Yeah. Like,
Yep.
what? Come on. You want to make out with this nasty dude. But we get one of the best jump scares ever. When they're making out and it looks like, things are about to happen. And then Jason's arm flops down and they freak out and he gets up and he's like, holy Jesus Christmas. Jesus Christmas. Just keeps on going.
Jesus Christmas! Holy Jesus goddamn! Holy Jesus jumping Christmas shit!
It's so good.
I feel like that was supposed to be like three separate takes, but they just left them all in. Like they didn't stop the dude. He just broke it down. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Is that good enough? Like it's fine.
No,
It's
not.
dude. Yeah, we're good. We gotta move it on. We don't have that big of a budget. But yeah, the reaction is it's the best part of Axel. Is this reaction to the Jason jump scare? So good. But of course, then she leaves because she's like, yeah, I'm not doing that anymore, and then like leaves, and he's like, well, ladies, I guess it's just me and you again. Turns on that what is this? What kind of aerobics is happening right now? They're like,
a real video.
I mean, I don't doubt it, but the fact is like, hey, ladies, let's all squat down weird and have our asses in like a
ass to ass.
Yeah, in like a triangle form, and they're like.
Yeah.
You're just like,
and I like that they multiplied because when the nurse came in, there was one lady on the TV, and when he switches from the news back to the aerobics, there's three. Yeah.
It was so funny because she's like, so, I mean, I guess it's the 80s, so like you get what you can get because it's not like now where you can just literally type in whatever type of porn you want and you're gonna get it. It's like this is like, hey, you know what? This is what you got, Axel. All power to you, dude.
We didn't all have bush porn back in the day.
No, this man has hospital porn.
I know, right? Just find what you can find. Like, did you not go to a gas station? Like, even when I was a kid, I remember the gas and shop. So you remember this, Angela, and only she's gonna know this. You remember where we were over by Tammy's house? We're going to the main road, and they put that new fire station in. I was like, they took that whole block of houses off. Like right across where that gas station's at, there was a rack. It was magazines. You go in the door on the right-hand side, there was a rack. Bottom two rows were fine. The top row, there was a big, and then like they were all little plastic baggies. It was like 18 plus.
Nice.
I always just remember that as a kid.
I just remember the video stores that would have the like weird beads.
Yep.
Yeah, and you're like, can't go back there. Can't do it. Not allowed. So it goes from that, then Axel gets killed by the saw, which is really cool.
Dude, it's a
really
sweet
cool.
kill.
Such a cool kill.
So good.
it subverts expectation.
Yeah.
Because you think he's just going to cut his throat, but he like slits his throat and then just twists his head all the way around.
It's so good.
It's so good.
And I love the behind the scenes where they're showing him doing it, and they have to do it like in like slower than normal, and they're trying to get it right so that the blood comes out right and all that. It's great. And then the nurse gets stabbed with like the most. It's one of those. It reminds me of Halloween 2 with Michael Myers, where he stabs the nurse with the scalpel and like brings her up, but instead of lifting her, he just slices her up her stomach. Man, he just absolutely disembowels her without actually showing the disemboweling.
He was giving her an autopsy. She's dying.
Such a weird cut, though, when it goes from this nurse getting killed to then the two Jarvis ladies running in the woods. Just like such a weird, like it's not a fade out to them running. It's just it's the quickest cut ever. It's like, oh, okay, now we're with the Jarvises, and there
are a ton of weird cuts and edits in this movie, and I know you don't come to the Jason series because you're looking for technical filmmaking proficiency.
You're not looking for the crazy cinematography.
No, but having watched this whole franchise so many times, I always say 4 is technically the worst one. Like on a technical level, the way it's edited, the way scenes are spliced together, the way that like scenes cut and transition from one to the next, it's really choppy. And there are moments like later on in the movie, somebody gets an axe through the chest, and the way it's cut, it makes it look like Tommy Jarvis did it. And it was just like, wait, what? Did Tommy throw an axe through that door? I don't understand.
He was really mad. So just answer the damn door.
He had big boy strength that day. Like, God damn, I have a hard time lifting up an axe.
That works canonically with part 5, where he like F5s that motherfucker onto the table.
He does F5 somebody.
My least favorite Tommy Jarvis. I can't wait for that. So yeah, we meet the Jarvises, who has, I guess, lived on Crystal Lake the whole time this was happening.
Crystal Lake, very big place, apparently.
I guess. This is like an ocean. It's like Lake Michigan.
In a few movies, you find out that it connects to the Atlantic, so...
Oh, yeah. The Titanic somehow got in there. It was crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, but we meet a happy family. We meet Tommy, who is probably the greatest mask maker for a 12-year-old you'll ever see in your life. All the masks were actually made by Tom Savini, who was actually who Tommy Jarvis was named after.
Oh,
It's also a fun fact.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, it's so funny when he's wearing that mask and he's like, oh, wow. And the mom's like, oh, wow, Tommy, that's such a great looking mask. You're doing so good. And I'm like, bullshit. What the fuck are you talking about? This is like so good.
You stole it.
You can't even buy that at a Halloween store.
No.
That's legit.
This dude made it with a fucking... Damn, what was that old oven you used to make like rubber
Easy Bake
spiders?
Oven.
No, the other one.
Oh,
Are you making spiders in your Easy Bake Oven?
Yeah, it's kind of like that. You know what I'm talking about.
You can make creatures.
Yeah.
Who knows what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
It's the creature machine, the creature maker.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Because they were always
Something
wearing
kids
their
should not have
white
been playing with.
coats,
Yeah.
and it would have like thunder and lightning.
Yeah,
going
so
on in
I'm
the
like sitting there, I'm
background.
like, yeah, that's cool. And easy bake ovens are for women, but like I want to make brownies too. Because
They're not
I
just
like
for women.
brownies.
You could make.
They made it. I remember working at Walmart and they had Easy Bake Ovens. They had multicolored ones. Like they had the pink one, of course, which was the original. But they came out with like blue and different colored Easy Bake Ovens because they wanted to make sure it was for, all genders.
Yeah, it was going to be like
vote.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ladies one would be like, easy bake oven for girls.
Creepy crawlers.
Creepy crawlers. Prepare for your culinary career. And then for men, it'd be like easy bake oven for men. Prepare for single life.
Yeah.
Like
that's the guy you try to find. Like you're looking for a relationship. Just like, wow, he cooks, he cleans. It's such a odd thing to see from a single man. And he's just like, yeah, that Easy Bake Oven I got when I was a kid really helped me out.
It set me on the path.
My mom making me do laundry when I was growing up, that really helped me out.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom.
Uh-oh.
They find out that there are teens staying next door in this awesome house. The Jarvis house funny enough, was an actual house on a lake in Southern California, which is where this was filmed. But the house that the teens stay at was actually built for production, which I thought was cool. Like they went all out for it too. Because there's a lot of interior and exterior shots and like simultaneous from exterior to interior, which is always impressive. Crispin Glover is there, and everybody knows Crispin Glover from Back to the Future. I know him from Back to the Future, but I also know him from Willard, the remake from like 2002 or something. Yeah.
So, can I tell you my Crispin Glover story?
Okay.
It's really dumb and short. I always fuck his name up because when I say it's Glover something and I don't think of Crispin Glover, I always say Danny Glover. I'm like, no, that's not the right guy at all.
Not Danny Glover.
That's not even remotely
not
close.
Not even in the same neighborhood.
Every fucking time this dude comes up, always get his name wrong.
I'm impressed that Crispin Glover comes up that often in your life.
Just whenever we talk about, it's just when we talk about this movie, like not just us recording, but like when somebody told me who he was, Danny Glover's just the guy that I always remember when Glover comes up, or that fucking Glover 64 or whatever. We don't count that shitty ass game. I never played it. I don't know. But anyway, Crispin Glover. that's I don't know. Anyway, carry on.
His dad was an actor too, and there was another Glover who I always get mixed up with him too. I don't know. I'll probably think of it at some point. But yeah, he's back there. He's hanging out with his dick friend. What the hell is his friend's name? Teddy.
Yeah, give Teddy a kiss.
You want to give Teddy a kiss? God, this guy sucks. But also,
he is in the running with Shelley for like worst Friday.
I'm glad that I'm not the only one who dislikes Shelley, who thinks Shelley is not a great character. That's not true. Our guests, the guys from Dewey Pod Monster who joined us for part 3, are Shelley stands. They will stand for Shelley.
Stuart, don't worry, man. We don't allow them on the show anymore because of this, so it's fine. I'm just kidding.
For part 5, our friends from Dewey Pod Monster will be here.
Shit.
He won't.
I won't. I will not be here.
What are you talking about? This is your favorite one. You can't.
This is not my favorite.
Not this one. 5.
No, it's 6. 6 is my favorite. 5 is one that I've really come around to as I've got like more I've watched it. So I used to hate the 5 so much, but anyway.
But the biggest thing is that Teddy tells him that he's a dead fuck because he can't keep a girl, so it must be he's bad in bed, which I guess that's what dead fuck bad. I remember watching this movie so many times. It's like, what the fuck does that mean? What does it mean? Oh, it's because he's not good in bed. Okay. But it's just such a weird term. And also, they're not related. For some reason, I thought that these two guys were related, but they're just friends. Well, they're not very good friends. Teddy sucks.
Yes. So honestly, if you were a bad lay, like honestly, the term that I heard most recently was you fuck like a wet mattress. Okay. I don't know what that means, but like I guess because they're heavy and they don't move a lot.
Huh. Interesting.
You just lay there and let the action happen. I don't know.
Okay. I believe you.
It's involvement. There's a 2-party system. Sometimes there's more than 2 people. I'm just saying. But you gotta put in. You gotta contribute.
Yeah. So they're driving down the road and they're lost. So they conveniently pull over in what is to their right, but Pamela Voorhees' grave. Wow.
Maybe we shouldn't stop here.
Well, no, no one looks at it. It's just for the audience to be like, oh my God, it's Mrs. Voorhees. But then
there's not even nice words on it. It's just like here rests. Or no, Pamela Voorhees. She lies.
Voorhees.
Or let it go.
Oh, I thought it said Pamela Voorhees' mother. I thought that's what it said.
Oh, it could. It doesn't matter. It's simple, whatever it is.
But she also died in 1979, which I guess that's when the first one takes place. It's not 1980, like the year of its release. But yeah, it's just one of those like, hey, remember her? Yeah. Mm-hmm. But then we meet the banana girl. Well, we don't really. She just kind of says nothing and wanders out into the road with a sign. I think it says peace, right? Peace and love.
Canada and
love.
Canada and peace, or Canada and love. And then they drive. They're like, "Oh, we should pick her up." And they're like, "No, we don't have any room." So they drive by, and then she flips the sign around and says, "Fuck you."
Because Teddy was talking a bunch of shit. That's why.
Oh yeah. Well, because Teddy sucks.
Exactly. He continues to set the status quo.
Yep.
Wonder if they intentionally gave this actress no lines so they could pay her less. Because isn't that the thing? If the actor doesn't have lines, they're not officially SAG and they can get paid less or something.
I wouldn't doubt it when it comes to the production of this movie.
I know, yeah. For this movie, they used their $2 million on the intro of the name coming through the mask, and that's it. They couldn't afford to pay this lady any money to speak lines.
Yeah.
They're like, here's a banana. That's all you get. You can
She
make
didn't
some
even
gurgle
open it
sounds.
right.
Yeah, she's like,
She opened it from the
she
wrong
she
way.
does not open bananas. Listen, we need to talk about this. If you open bananas from where it connects to the plant, you're fucking opening it wrong. All right. I'm just telling you, you flip it over to the nipple end, not the dick end. You go to the nipple end, you pinch it, and it opens up. Watch primates do it. They have been doing it a lot longer than we fucking have. That's how they open it up. They open that shit right. Because have you ever done like the stem open and it doesn't crack right away?
Yeah.
And you just mush the inside of your banana? And,
Yeah.
But
Don't
it
do that.
also, when you open it from the bottom, the correct way, it doesn't leave the strings.
I have never opened it from the bottom. Ever.
You should.
This is something I learned like within the last 5 years. The quote unquote correct way to open a banana.
It was like
yeah,
10 years for us. Like my mom's like, you open it this way. You put your bananas in your cereal. And I'm like, no, Mom. God, no. But no, that's not what happened.
Such a traumatic experience with a banana in your cereal. No, Mom, no.
I really
Don't open the banana that way. No.
Dan wakes up in sweat. Oh.
There's just bananas open the wrong way. She used to just beat me.
No, you turn over and it's not Angela, it's a banana.
God, no.
Life-size banana.
But it like the banana's got I roll over and it's like this banana opened the wrong way and I scream and she's like, "What's the matter, sweetie?" But it's clearly her voice coming out of it.
Coming out of a banana.
Oh god. Oh man. Well, she dies. She gets a nice knife through the throat, and she squeezes that banana, and it's wasted. The ants will eat it. So I just want to be part of the Jarvis sandwich, where
The Jarvis
Mama
sandwich.
and daughter Jarvis are giving me a hug. I mean, I'm not gonna say no. Tommy, get the fuck out. Tommy, get the fuck out of here. Give me the Jarvis sandwich.
And here, all right, Tommy, we got to cut this in and put the stunt person in.
Come on, Mrs. Jarvis. Mrs. Jarvis is a MILF. I'm not going to deny it.
She's also clearly like 10 years older than her daughter.
Yeah, she is. The daughter's 30.
Yes.
Like, there's a shot later where when, we'll probably won't even talk about it. Later when the kids show up and she like looks out her window, like out the door at the kids. And I was like, look at the amount of disdain in her forehead. Like, it's just like, she is so pissed. She's got kind of a larger forehead. I don't know, it's because her hair is pulled back, but it just, I don't know why. But yes, carry on.
We also meet Gordon, the good boy. You can never go wrong with the good boy.
Good old Gordo.
Yeah, Gordo is the smartest character in this movie.
He really is.
He doesn't make it to the end, though. He's not that smart.
He doesn't?
No, he gets chucked out a window.
He doesn't get chucked out a window. He jumps out the window himself.
He jumps out the window.
Oh,
yeah.
He jumps out? It's the weird editing in this movie. I thought he got chucked
I
out.
agree.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's why I said he is the smartest character in this movie. Because he literally goes, nah, I'm out. He's like, I'm not going to be loyal to you fuckers anymore. You guys are dead.
Way too many white people in this movie. Just bails out.
Way too many? They're all white.
I know.
Even the dog. Oh.
Well, the dog's golden.
Okay.
Come on.
Sorry.
I just you're good. You don't care.
Oh man. And so Tommy's sleeping and he gets a peep show. Like,
yeah, because the neighbors show up.
Yeah, the neighbors show up. The thing is they meet, like, Trish and Tommy go out there with Good Boy and meet the kids as they show up. So there's a child that lives right next door. Mm-hmm. So shut the goddamn blinds. Be considerate. Okay, I understand. Like, Tommy's getting a show, and you know what? if I was his age and I saw that, I'd be the same way. His reaction is exactly how every 12-year-old boy would have reacted. Okay.
It's so embellished, though. I love it. I love it. He's just like throwing himself at the bed.
Yeah. Just absolutely loving it until the mom walks in. She's like, no. Shades. Damn it, Mom.
Enough of this smut.
Yeah.
And him acting like that, he wasn't even looking because he wasn't old enough and they took him trick-or-treating while they recorded that.
Oh. I guess he did see. I guess he was on set though for some of those scenes.
Yeah, because
it was.
Said there was something because the low cut top. With
Yeah,
no bra.
one of them had to have a low cut top, but I don't think he was in that scene.
Well, you also there's stuff that just being on set.
Yeah,
He probably was seeing stuff that we never seen in the movie. Not saying
Right.
they're like tits flopping everywhere,
But
but you know.
he reacted very well.
No, he acted
For
according. He acted exactly how every 12-year-old boy would have acted. Yeah, like that's. I mean, especially in that time, like that's holy shit. Am I ever gonna see this again?
Yeah, and then Mom closes the blinds. Like,
No,
"Damn it,
no.
Mom."
Oh, I would have gotten right back up and just. Sorry, Mom. I would wait. I would just listen to her footsteps to make sure she can't hear me get up. Yep. There's a conversation between two of the characters. I think it's Sarah and Sam, where Sam is, she's the, quote unquote slut. So she slept around. She has a reputation of sleeping with many guys, and Sarah is like she's the opposite of that.
Mm-hmm.
And so they have this conversation about just like, how each person would go about, sleeping with their significant others. Sam's with Paul, not that Paul, this Paul,
Other Paul,
who sucks. This
franchise is reusing names a lot here because we get our second Ted, our second Paul.
Why? There's so many names out there. It's not hard.
It's not.
Jesus.
White people in the 80s only had 10 names.
It's true.
Where's the Stu? Where's the Parker? Where's the Dan? Where are these people? No, we just keep getting 17 Pauls, 14 Teds, 12 Tommies. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah,
Come on. It's like they had a wheel that they just kept spinning, and they're like, well, that's the name. And you're like, well, we already used that name. Who cares? That character's dead anyways.
Yep, you're Ted this time. But I was Ted last movie. You're Ted this time.
Oh, man. But yeah, Paul, like, that's the thing about this movie is most of the characters suck, especially the teens. Like, yeah, you're supposed to go with it that they're teens, right? They do stupid shit. They're just being stupid. But like Paul, for instance, Paul is clearly in a relationship with Sam, but yet there's a scene in this movie where he clearly is like, fuck you, Sam. I'm going to go flirt and dance with this other girl who we just met 10 seconds ago. And then he's like, I can't do it. Like, you were going to sleep with her when your girlfriend was right there? Bro, you suck.
Now that she's walked out. And
Yeah.
not that now that she's walked out. When she walked out like 20 minutes ago, time has passed, and now you're like, no, I can't.
I can't do it. You're like, what? Huh? Your moral compass is broken, bud. Like, what are we doing? But, so we get... another thing that Friday the 13th loves to do is when it cuts to the next scene and it's just like, let's not show them just walking. Let's just zoom in on their asses. Like two girls, ass shots, walk into the lake.
This
like,
happened
okay.
in part 2.
Yes,
With
yes,
Paul
it did.
Holt, because there's the girl that gets shot in the ass with the slingshot.
Yep.
I was like, oh, this is that scene. I was like, no, that's 2 movies ago.
Yep. And this is when we meet our two new characters, Tina and Terry, who just randomly show up, and you're just like, because we didn't have enough characters. Just more cannon fodder for Jason when he finally shows up. You could tell that someone's lurking in the woods. Spiney's like, ooh, sex and teenagers. My specialty. That's Jason talks to himself a lot. You never actually hear Jason talk, but he actually does talk, but it's never to anybody else. It's always to himself. He's always giving
Jason
himself.
has a continuous inner monologue.
Yes, inner monologue. Commentating the situations without us knowing. Yeah.
Like, who would monologue? Patrick Stewart?
He could. That would be great.
Like incredibly sophisticated, just
Peter
monologue
Cullen.
going.
It's like Optimus Prime is
Morgan Freeman.
Yes, Fuck yes.
Oh, Jason. Oh, I can't wait to kill. Why am I even trying to do a Morgan Freeman?
No.
Why am I doing it? Oh,
That's when
no.
I killed Andy Dufresne with my machete.
Mhm.
He thought he was getting
Well
the
done.
money. Instead, he got my machete in the back. So we get a skinny dipping scene. Of course we do. And
Cheeks and all, baby.
oh
It's
man,
all
we get all of it. We get
Everybody.
man ass. We get full on with multiple girls. Even like the ones we just met. We're like, okay, like you got to be such a free spirit to literally meet somebody and 10 seconds later be like, I'm gonna get completely nude
Yep.
in front of you, and then
Yep.
you're like completely nude with your sister. That's a
Yep.
weird thing.
Oh yeah.
That's a weird thing. And they're actual sisters. Like,
yes.
wasn't
Somebody's
just for the
comfortable.
movie. Oh man! But then Tommy gets another show.
This is apropos of nothing, but I went to grade school. Like I went to elementary school with these two twin blondes. And all I know about them after elementary school is that they grew up and did porn.
There you go.
All right.
You too?
They had porn.
I had a lady that I went to school with in high school. I knew her through middle school and high school, and she went on to do pornography.
There you go. Was she a twin?
Pornography. I was buying pornography.
But
That's funny. That's really funny.
but yeah, he gets another show, and I love when Trish walks up though, and they're like, "Oh, come on and join us." And I'm like, for one, there's a fucking child there. Like, how about not? Clearly, I don't know, just a
Show
weird
some
situation.
tact.
Yeah, come on, tell the brother to go away. Get out of here, boy. Go back to your mom. Let your sister join us. But instead, she goes, I think I'm a little too overdressed, and she's only wearing a bathing suit, so which is what's funny about the whole thing. The fact that it's like, which I never knew she was just wearing a bathing suit with a t-shirt or with like a button-up shirt for the long time. I thought she was wearing like short shorts. But then there's a scene where she walks in the house and she's clearly just wearing a bathing suit.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, I thought that line was pretty good coming from her. It was like, yeah, they're all naked. So of course I'm overdressed, yet I'm wearing a bathing suit.
We're all naked down here.
Yeah, that's Pennywise's porn.
Holy shit, you think you are? You think you're just naked with Pennywise?
Who is naked with
Everybody.
Pennywise?
Just down here. He doesn't specify.
What
It's
the fuck
just
are you
down
talking
here.
about?
In the sewer.
In the
He's
sewer.
just got like ties, like
Hey, Georgie.
red, like balloons.
We're all
to
naked
people's
down here. And
nipples
Georgie's
and-
like, no thanks, Mr. Clown in the sewer. Let's go now.
He's
Come
got like
back.
an eight. He's got like a. Listen, in Pennywise's lair, hear me out. He's got a doorway that has beads that keeps the younger people out, and that's where he does the balloon tying onto the genitalia and stuff.
He's like, the deadlights aren't allowed in there.
Yes.
I can't use those on you now.
No. Even Pennywise has standards.
Right. He does.
Gotta have
He does.
principles, man.
I will never forget watching. It was like an animated short of Pennywise. It was just showing Pennywise, but it's like Pennywise from the book, where it's the scene of the child orgy that happens in the book, and it's just from the perspective of Pennywise watching it happen. He's just like, why are they doing that? Stop that! I can't eat you now. This is wrong, and I eat children.
So gross.
Oh, it's so unnecessary.
How do we soil ourselves? You could probably think of something else.
Something, anything else. God, I just don't know how you write that.
Huh?
I'm gonna be dreaming about this tonight.
Pennywise's face and his beaded curtains.
You can't control what you dream about, and
I'm just saying.
Especially when you talk about it a lot. So they're driving back and the car dies, and I love that Tommy's the one who's gonna fix it. He's the smart kid, so he's gonna fix it. I just love she's like, can you fix it? Okay. She just sits in the car. And we get a prank from one of the friends. I think it was Sam plays a prank on Sarah because she wants her to join in on the skinny dipping, and she doesn't want to. She's just on the, for one, the actress didn't want to do nudity. She was straight up not about it. And the nudity you see of her in the movie is not her. So
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because later on she's in the shower.
Yeah, the shower scene. It's a body double.
Okay.
But yeah, she's trying to like lure her in, and then she pretends like she gets killed because she literally like goes under the water, and Sarah's freaking out, and then she like shows up like floating, and it looks like she's dead, and then she fucking grabs her and pulls her. Dude, I would have beat her ass. I'm sorry. If I was Sarah, I would be swinging. I'd be swinging for injury. Like, no, you're not doing that. For one, come on. I'm in my clothes. Like, was there a dryer at this house? I don't know.
Probably not. You probably had to hang your shit up.
Yeah. God damn it. It's all nasty lake water.
Never gonna get the wrinkles out of this.
So Trish and Tommy, they're still dealing with their car, and then some random stranger just shows up. He's just like, "Oh, hey, my name's Rob. Nice to meet you. Let me fix your car for you with my knife." Just like shoves this knife in there, starts it up. Also, like they meet this guy, and again, what are we doing? You pick up a hitchhiker, and then you just let him in your house?
Nope.
What the hell is this?
Well, Tommy loved this guy. Tommy was like, I've made a best friend. He just rushes him into the house. He's like, I got to show you my masks.
The mom literally gets up. She's like, what the hell is this? What's going on? And then that's it. There's like, no, it's just fine. It's just a guy we picked up on the side of the road.
Yeah.
I don't care. Why is it my house?
He's out here hunting bears.
It wasn't that. It was the fact he was asking the most random questions in the car. Are there any kids on the lake? Are there any kids camping on the lake? Like, what kind of question is that?
I had a thought because I was thinking of, no, listen, this is a vaguely good idea, I feel. So the mom, I was thinking in my mind, the mom doesn't want, this other man in the house, right? Because we don't know what happened to the dad. We don't know.
We don't know what happened
Maybe
to
she
Mr. Jarvis.
Whatever, we don't know. But then I thought, what if they made a Friday the 13th movie, like pre-Demon Jason or Zombie Jason, where he's out on this, Crystal Lake killing people, whatever, but he comes across somebody else who's also a serial killer? Like somebody staying on the lake is there to hunt and kill people, but not like, it's not him. It's just somebody else that's there. And it just happens to be like this pre him being a zombie. Like I thought it might introduce an interesting dynamic.
Maybe.
I mean, Jason would still win.
Yeah,
What
they
now?
just become best friends.
I don't think it'd be a territorial thing. Because this is Jason's house. Like you don't come in, there would be no friends. Like it would, like not like I know you could say, oh, they did it with Freddy versus Jason. It would be a manipulative kind of thing. It would just be one of those like, well, this is going to be interesting kind of situation. So take from it what you will.
Yeah. But yeah, Tommy shows him his room. It's full of masks, and you're just again going, no fucking way. There's also like they just shows him like masks that are getting made and all that. I'm like, where's he getting this material? I've watched how they make masks like this. It's not just shit you buy at fucking Hobby Lobby. This is this is some serious shit. Like
I've watched Face Off.
Yeah.
I know how this works.
I've watched documentaries on Tom Savini. Like, come on. But also he pulls out like a creature that kind of looks like a Ray Harryhausen creature from like one of those 50s monster movies.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. So we're back at the house with the teens, and they're all gonna party it up, and this is where we get to see the most iconic dance in cinematic history, which is Crispin Glover's whatever the fuck that is.
Yep.
Which is a dance he did himself. He didn't. It wasn't.
Go to any GIF site and type in dance. It's one of the first 5 results.
Yes.
Yep.
It sure
100%.
is. Wait. Let's test it out. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go on Twitter right now, and I'm gonna literally type in. Oh God, if I can remember how to use this app. See.
Turn the left side top wise.
All right, I'm gonna type in dance and see how.
Oh.
God damn it!
Now you're just trying to prove me wrong. That makes me sad.
We should just let it go.
I hope it's in the top 5. I really do.
I don't know how to work this app. I can't do it. We're moving on.
Okay.
But yeah, it's awesome. Crispin Glover literally just did it on his own. There was I guess they had almost everything on the first take, but there was just too much laughing going on where they had to do it again. It's iconic. It's so good.
I
It's so
know
bad. It's so good.
They were listening to an entirely different song.
They sure are. I can't remember what they were, because I think it was they couldn't get the rights to the song they were listening to, so they had to change the song.
It doesn't match the dance at all.
No, not at all. Well, I mean, does that dance match anything? I feel like it wouldn't match any song.
No.
But, Teddy gets really pushy. He gets really, really fucking rapey with every girl he talks to. Teddy sucks, if we haven't mentioned that before. And Paul, who is clearly, again, with Sam, starts flirting with one of the Doublemint twin girls and just kind of fucks off with one of them. Like, literally is just like, okay. Sam's just sitting there like, what is happening right now? Like, getting jealous, getting angry, understandable in the situation.
Yep. Totally reasonable.
Trish really has the hots for Hitchhiker Man.
Yeah.
Like, why? Like, okay, like, do you not go out? Have you not a boyfriend in a while? What is going on here? Because I'm looking at some of these guys going, why? That's like, what are we doing, girl? And then it's like, oh yeah, you know what? Go stay in the woods behind my house. That's perfectly safe for all of us. Guy I just met who asked weird questions in my car.
Me have an interesting thought. We've talked about how these people live on Crystal Lake over this weekend. How have
None of
the
them heard about
Jarvises not heard about anything that's going on?
Like I said, this is Lake Michigan. It's so big, you don't see the other side of the lake, so clearly you don't know what happened. Like, yeah, it's wild that they're like, yeah, it takes place over the same weekend at the same location. You're like, no, it doesn't. That's a bunch of shit, dude. What are you talking about? This takes place in 3 different states, for all I know. Jason's just really good at walking to different... Listen, he walks from New Jersey to Ohio in Freddy vs. Jason, okay? Or no, actually, no, he walks from Ohio to New Jersey.
Hitchhiking.
Well, no, because when in the beginning of Freddy vs. Jason, he gets resurrected and he's at Camp Crystal Lake, and then he walks to Springwood, which is technically in Ohio.
Yes.
So yeah. So Jason, he can get to places, and he also has teleportation. Not in this movie, but it definitely comes. We get to see the worst shotgunning I've ever seen in my life.
That's horrible.
What is this? Like, did they crack the bottom, or did they just open it up and just pour it like 3 feet above their heads? Like, we got this. Like, and they're getting it all over themselves. And like, listen, no one is enjoying getting beer all over their clothes. No one is going, oh, this is fine. Like, no one is doing that. Okay? Beer stinks. Like, when you get it on your clothes. All right? Like, especially that much. And who knows what kind of beer they were drinking. It's probably
Schlitz
garbage. Freaking PBR or something. I don't know.
Ugh. Hey, I got some in there. I got some Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Oh, yeah, because it's got Godzilla on it.
But you got the Godzilla.
Yeah, I got the Godzilla 12-pack.
We won't be drinking it.
Yeah,
I didn't get the 99 can pack. I thought that was a bit much.
That's a little. That's
That's
a little
Look
crazy.
it up, Stu. There's the Godzilla. It's literally 99 cans worth.
Jesus.
It's fucking stupid.
I still got to pick up a 12-pack.
Don't wait too long.
I think Mothra is also. There's also a Mothra one too.
Yeah, because the pack has 4 different can designs.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
there's 4 different cans. I know you could buy singles some places.
Yes.
I've not seen.
I
them.
think.
I just bought.
I think a place that there's one place that I buy beer from that has the singles. Every time I go in there, I'm like, I gotta get a good thing because I know I'm gonna fucking regret it. It's the same thing I did when Massachusetts for their lottery they had a Jaws scratch ticket, and I was like, I gotta get a Jaws scratch ticket. I gotta get fucking one time. I was like, I gotta get it, and then they didn't have it anymore.
Oh.
I know that feeling.
So yeah, I do that all the time. So yeah, Sam gets jealous of her boyfriend clearly flirting with another girl in front of her, and decides she's gonna go out for a swim. And again, as we talked about in part 3 or part 2, I can't remember. It was probably part 2. It's probably the last time Stu was on here. It's the same fucking situation where a girl goes, it's dark. I'm going to go skinny dipping. Why? Go swimming. But why do you have to go skinny dipping? Did no one bring bathing suits in this place?
In that gross-ass lake.
Someone's getting a UTI.
Yes.
Or
A billion
worse.
%.
Yes. In reality, this scene was not filmed very well.
No.
She gets completely nude, and it wasn't it wasn't a closed set, which it's supposed to be when there's, nudity occurring in film. Literally all the crew was there during this. It was like 50 degrees out. It was freezing. And she literally had to be on this boat for like 3 straight hours because Zito would not let her get off the boat, like between shots.
That's such shit.
Yeah.
He was enjoying the view.
It was really, really interesting how they did it. It was very much like what we talked about with Misery, with the hobbling scene, where James Caan's legs were actually like through the middle of the bed, and then there was fake legs that they used. It's kind of similar to this, but of course it's like flipped over because she's laying on her stomach, where it was more of a comfortable position where she kind of is just like, if you were like leaning on the side of a couch or something, or you're in the pool and you're leaning on the side of a pool and your legs are kind of dangling. That's kind of what her legs were doing between the boat, and then she had fake legs, on the rest of the boat. And then, it was just really fucking cold. It was just so cold, and I felt so bad for her. But her death is not even the worst of it, because her boyfriend shows up and gets it right in the dick.
Yep.
Oh, and he gets lifted up. You're like, God damn.
Yep.
Jeez. There's just no subtlety here. It's like, yep. I always thought he stripped down too, but I guess he had his swim shorts on. So,
yeah, babe, I really wasn't going to sleep with her. I'm sorry, dog.
Yeah, that was later.
Babe.
The funny thing was, is you could see him when he runs down, he sees the boat, and he's like, he knows she's out there. And he gets like a smile on his face because he sees her clothes on the ground. And you're like, bro, come on. You really think she's just going to turn around and just be like, yeah, let's get it? And you're like, no, I don't think that's what's going to happen.
I mean, it worked for the mortician.
Know. The nurse, I was going to say the nurse did it earlier.
Sorry, Stu.
That's true. Fuck. Yeah. God damn it. These fucking people. So Paul, so he goes out there, and Crispin is like the backup because Paul can't do it. He can't. He can't cheat on his girlfriend, so which he already kind of does. And so she's like, okay, well, I'm going to go on to the next guy. It goes over to Jimmy, and she's like, hey, you want to hook up? And he's like, yeah, I do. And just ditches her. And she ditches her sister with fucking Teddy, of all people. I'm sorry. I would have left at that point. I wouldn't have waited. And also, why did she get up to go sit next to him?
Yeah, it seems like she's going to be interested in him until you realize nobody could be interested in Teddy.
No, Teddy sucks. But she literally is sitting in a chair. Jimmy and I can't remember which one of the twins goes up with him, but they go up, and then she's sitting in the chair, and then she gets up and just like awkwardly sits next to him for him to say the same exact line to her that he said to her sister. And she heard it. Well, give Teddy a kiss. Like, fuck it. Jeez. I'm fucking knock him out, man. God. Oh, and then
there's plenty of heavy objects in there. Just bludgeon him in the head.
It's not even the fact, though, that he's just being creepy and says creepy shit. He literally forces himself on her. Both of them. And you're just like, you're supposed to be okay with this. And it's just like, oh, yeah, Teddy, no thanks. It's like, no, that's when I go, I gotta go. I'm getting the fuck out of here. She waits way too long to leave. So Stranger Man hears Paul's death somehow in the woods. There's a lot of screaming, so I guess that's how he hears it. And he goes back to his campsite because he sees somebody is like rummaging through his camp, and he goes back and his gun is just completely shattered. It's just broken.
It takes a lot of strong to be able to do that.
Yeah. I do love, though, going back to the Teddy situation, we find out Teddy is actually the dead fuck. Like, he gives Jimmy shit for being the dead fuck, but Teddy is actually the dead. So Teddy, after being turned down by both of the Doublemint twins, he finds some vintage porn, like 1920s, 1930s porn.
It's
all right. Why is it there? Why is it on a reel? Like, who owns this house? Like, I have questions. I want a backstory on the actual owners of this house and where this porn came from. But he watches this for so long. And listen, I'm going to just say it. No one just sits there and watches porn. No one sits and watches porn just to watch it. You are doing things while porn is on.
Yep.
Anyone who is doing things while porn is on.
Yeah,
you are not sitting there. I mean, I guess for the situation, because of it being what it is, maybe, you know, he's getting high. He's enjoying the show and stuff like that. But like, no one is watching porn to watch it. No one watches porn like a movie.
At first, it's a social activity.
It is.
The other two, before they hop up to the shower, are there and they're all laughing at the vintage porn together.
What the two characters who kind of don't do it, like Sarah, you see a little bit of, and then who's the other guy? Is it Rob?
Sam? No, Sam's the other girl.
He's the guy you asked
Doug.
about.
Is it Doug?
Yeah,
it's Doug. Yeah, Doug, who literally doesn't do anything in this movie. Anything. He is except look kind of like Jared Leto. That's all I got out of it. I was watching this movie where I was like, hey, it kind of looks like you'd be related to Jared Leto. A lot of hair. But yeah, that's my TED talk on porn.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong, dude. Because then when you're done, you stop and you turn it off.
Oh my God.
The clarity is here. I don't need to watch this anymore. I can watch actual cinema.
So Jimmy gets lucky, and the sister's done dealing with Teddy and his bullshit. So she goes up. She's like, "Yeah, I'm leaving," and she's like, "Okay, you can go by yourself." And then she's like, gets all mad about it, like, "Bitch, you would have done the same fucking thing if you were in your sister's shoes." Like,
yep.
But yeah, she goes out there. I love that before she like rides away on her bike, she just turns around and faces out and goes, "Slut." Her sister can hear her in the pouring range.
I was like, was that not both of your goals for being
Yes.
You're either getting drunk, getting high, or having sex. That's
it is it's just unfortunate they had to deal with the rapey guy. No one wants to deal with the rapey guy. No one. But yeah, she doesn't make it far though. Her kill is actually pretty cool, even though you don't actually see it. You do see the shadow of it happening, and then she just gets fucking yeeted into the house.
Nobody hears anything. Yeah, it's.
I will say
these are very soundproof walls.
Yeah, I will agree, but I also will say that I would give like, okay, it's pouring out. You know, rain. There's a lot of noise when it's pouring out, so maybe you would probably hear like the bang of her body hitting the side of the house, but you could also just be like, it's the wind. It wouldn't be something super. And also, all these people are horny as shit. No one's thinking about anything else other than, getting some. No one cares. Oh, was that a thud? Hey, who cares? Oh, fuck cares. I'm high as shit watching vintage porn. I don't care. So yeah, this is when Sarah and Doug are sitting on the couch watching the vintage porn with Teddy, and they're having a good time. And but then Sarah's like, "I'm gonna go upstairs and get freshened up," and Doug's like, "Okay, it's go time."
Well, she says she's going upstairs, and Doug is like, "Are you tired?" And she goes, "No,
not yet. You're gonna."
And then she asks, "Do you want to sleep in the bottom bunk?" And he says, "Why? Do you want to sleep in the top bunk?" And she goes, "No."
You're like, "Oh, I think you guys should do it on the top bunk. That sounds dangerous."
Listen, where is the super oblivious person like me? Like me. Why? You want to sleep in the top bunk? She'd be like, "No." I was like, "Well, then I'll just go sleep in the other room." Like, what do you want from me? Like,
He's not wrong.
I just completely oblivious. We'll go fresh up. Yeah, it's fine. Go ahead. I'll be down here with the movie.
Especially when I ask you to come play Halo with us.
I wasn't code for anything.
It was a LAN party.
Angela's getting a little too personal in their stories.
No, it was
Angela, we don't need to go that far. I don't need to know that part of your life.
She was. You remember? Does anybody remember MSN Messenger?
Yes, of course.
So, MSN Messenger. There were a bunch of friends were over at this person's house, who's one of my friends, and other person pops on, messages me, "Hey, do you want to come over and do X, Y, and Z?" I'm like, I don't fucking want to go nowhere, whatever. And then Angela thinks you should come over. I'm like, who? I'm like, oh, it's the one girl from the one time that doesn't remember when I was actually in that room. But anyway.
I'll never live that down.
You never will. And then I was like, sure. Because I'm like, wow, what, 17 this time? I think it was actually you, I think, that asked me to come over. Under somebody else's account. I thought it was a gentleman that was there. It was her using that. And then she bitches at me because I fucking killed her because she kept running in front of me. Why do you keep chasing after me? I'm like, I'm just shooting whoever the fuck comes in front of me. We're in Blood Gulch. There's not a whole lot you can do. But yeah.
Love at first sight. Or love at first Halo Land
Second,
party.
technically.
Oh.
Second. First, yes. Carry on.
Oh, God. So Mama Jarvis gets home and she's looking for her kids. And this is kind of very reminiscent to part 2's where, this would be part 3 where Shelly dies and the girl's like wandering around the house going, oh my God. But Mama Jarvis isn't doing that. She's just wandering the house, just like, Tommy, Trish, just wandering around like, where could they be?
Like, listen, nobody does this. Nobody fucking does this. When I walk in my house, I'm like, kids, where are you? Put my head into all 3 rooms. They ain't here. Like, that's the end of it. Like, if they're not in the room and they're not when I yell, they're probably not in the house. For me, I don't know. Everybody does shit different. That's just me.
No, the thing that made me laugh multiple times in this movie was the fact that no one knows what an umbrella is. Everyone just wanders out into the pouring rain nonchalantly. Like, she wanders out into the rain, and then she dies off screen. She's the lamest kill of this movie.
Yes, yeah.
Did we even see her body?
Yeah, no. There was an alternate ending, which I guess we'll talk about the alternate ending when we get to that. But
okay.
Yes, you do in the alternate ending, but not in this version.
Okay.
So there's like no closure for the kids in the original version.
That's
like,
what I thought.
Did
I miss something?
They never find her. It's fine. But then Tommy and Trish come home and they're looking for the mom. She's not there. And this is when Trish runs out into the rain with no umbrella, wearing a men's button-up t-shirt with a belt to kind of make it look like a dress. And you're like, what is this choice? But okay. Also, no umbrellas. No one has umbrellas. We just need to see. Nope. We just want to see wet women. We want to see women wet. And you know what?
You're not wrong. That's what people want. That's what the people demand.
I wasn't mad about it. I was just confused.
No. I didn't say you were mad. I was just exuberantly agreeing with you.
Oh man. So after Jimmy gets done doing the deed, he has to ask that very important question. He looks at her and he goes, "Is I a dead fucking?" I love when she goes, "What?" Like, what does that mean? He's like, "A bad lay," and she's like, "Oh no, that was great." And it was like, justification.
Rainbow.
Yeah.
Literally what happened.
But then he has to do a thing where you're like, why? Why? He goes downstairs with her panties to show Teddy.
Yeah,
you're like, why did you do that? It's so weird.
It makes him as bad as Teddy. It makes him
Yes.
as creepy and as bad as Teddy at that point. Because you wanted to like this guy because he's Crispin Glover and he did that cool dance for you earlier in the movie that he didn't have to do, but he did.
Yeah, it's not a
And
fucking
now
trophy, dude.
He just runs away with this girl's panties to show other people, and it's like, no, don't do. Oh, you did.
Yeah.
It's his trophy.
He
He's gotta
does
wave
the
the white flag.
Yeah, he does that like casual sit down and like with his fingers, like he has a cigarette in his hand. He's just like,
Yeah.
and you're like, boy, come on. Why is this a thing?
Ew.
Like, you do realize when she finds out you're a piece of shit, you're not getting it again. He goes into the kitchen and he's yelling for the corkscrew, and I love the fact that he's looking for the corkscrew and then gets the corkscrew in the hand.
It's such good
so
timing,
good.
dude.
It's so good.
Where's that fancy corkscrew? And he's just like, no, and then he's like, Teddy, where's the corkscrew?
And I love it because a lot of these kills, especially face kills, or face like attacks are all done in reverse. So literally the shot is actually of the knife was already in his face, and then they just played the film in reverse and like removed it from his face. So that it would, so they could just do it so it looked like he was getting stabbed in the face.
Yeah, it looked really good though.
That's why it looks a little weird. Like when you actually watch the scene, it has that like weird effect where you can kind of sense that that's how they filmed it. But it's effective. It works.
Yeah, I like the timing. The timing was good. Get to the hand. He looks down, chop to the face. It was good.
And then we get the kill we've wanted for a while, which I don't know how Teddy didn't. I mean, I get it. He's high, but like you didn't hear your buddy just getting massacred in the kitchen. All right. But Teddy gets it, and it's great. It's not like the most satisfying kill because you really want like this guy to get the worst of the worst because he sucks. But
he does suck.
He gets. I mean, he's watching the movie, and then the reel stops. Yep. And you get the light shining on him, and then he gets the stabbed in the back through the screen, and then kind of ripped up. And it's like, okay, that's pretty satisfying, and it works well with what he's been doing for the last however long he's been doing it for.
I love how he's standing there in front of the screen and he's staring at the light and he's like you're not even you're not even shielding like, your eyes.
What? Huh? I can't see. No shit. It's like I do that with my fingers. I can see numbers. I can smell colors.
Yep.
Oh man. So we then get, this is like a lot of kills in very quick succession here. Yes. Because then we're upstairs with Tina. That's the twin he slept with. And she just gets yeeted out the window. Oh man, it's so good. I love it. But
How
also,
did Jason get there?
That's what I was about to say. Is this where the teleportation shit starts to come into play? Where Jason is just everywhere all at once? Because he would literally just kill Jimmy downstairs, and he kills Teddy, and then somehow is scaling the side of the house on the second floor. Just grabs this chick through the window. Also, he just loves shattering windows. That is Jason's favorite pastime, other than killing teenagers who like to have sex.
Yes.
The other great thing, I mean, this was a kill that was recreated in Friday the 13th, the remake.
Yep.
My favorite thing about it though is like when she gets thrown out the window and she hits the car just explodes. Like just all the windows explode. You're like, how much did she weigh? She weighed like
all the pounds.
Jesus.
She was incredibly dense.
Oh my God. Or that car is a piece of shit. This car's made out of plastic. Not yet. So Sarah finally gets her time with Doug, and they do it in the shower. You get I love the ass like press up against the glass. Hot.
Cheeks. No, that glass would actually be relatively cold.
Oh yeah.
Compared to the shower you've been in. Shit.
My house, we originally had those sliding glass doors, and then we removed them, and now we just have a regular shower curtain. But yeah, you touch those with any part of your body when you're in the shower, even if the shower is hot as shit.
Yep.
The glass is cold.
Or the shower curtain, like now with shower curtains, because you got that liner.
Yeah.
And it just like attaches to you, like, oh my God, it's on me. It's on me.
Just want to recreate the scene in Psycho where you just grab onto it and snap it all.
Yeah.
That's when I have to replace it. That's when I'll end up doing that.
Do it.
I'll film it.
When you come in, you're like, guys, I did the Psycho thing. I'm like,
hey, I moved the shower curtain and the whole rod fell off.
Whenever we cover.
Yeah, that's true. Those tension rods are
they're awful. They're made. They're such a piece. They're such trash.
Yeah, garbage.
Trash material. But no, whenever we cover Psycho, that'll be our intro video of me dying in my shower. I'll have my wife film it.
Okay.
Please have clothes on.
Don't sound so excited, Dan.
He'll be mostly.
It's all right. Dan never watches the videos anyways.
Yes. I do listen to them. Usually the ones that I miss. If there's like an episode that we're not on or something, I tend to.
Which is very few. So I guess you guys don't listen to any of them.
Sometimes it happens.
So yeah, after they're done, she puts on the strongest towel known to man, and she leaves, and clearly doesn't hear her boyfriend getting absolutely annihilated in the shower because Jason shoves his hand through the glass, doesn't like open the door, shoves it through the glass, shatters. She's not wearing headphones. She is clear, like, and this house is old as hell. You're hearing everything that's happening in this house. Somebody sneezes all the way on the other side of the house. You're hearing that. So the fact that Jason shoves his hand through the glass door, pushes his face in, and then literally just fucking squishes it. Oh, it's so good. When Joseph Zito was doing the scene, he wanted to make sure it was like the opposite of his Prowler kill, because one of the like more famous kills from the Prowler was the scene in the shower where the girl gets the pickaxe, in the shower, and he wanted to flip the script. He wanted to have the guy be the one who gets attacked in the shower, because usually in movies back in those days, women were getting attacked in showers. I mean, we just talked about Psycho, which is probably the most, that's probably the most iconic shower scene ever. So it was cool to kind of to get that, the fact that he understood what he had done before and wanted to not just repeat himself, but to give us something more, something different, but also very similar. And this kill rules, because it's great that so Ted White had a tube in his sleeve, so when he presses the actor's head up against the wall, it's actually the tube from Ted White's costume that is actually squirting the blood that looks like it's actually coming out of his face. And then when it transitions into a dummy head, which then he's able to squish.
Yes.
Which is so good. Tom Savini effects. So good in this movie. So good in this movie. But Sarah shows back up, sees that her boyfriend has been destroyed, and freaks out, tries to run away from Jason with, again, the strongest towel known to man, until Jason goes to hell.
Hey, I will say this. I do like how they did, like when she does see her new boyfriend, quote unquote, dead. Like, I like how we don't see that he's just slumped over the opening of the glass.
Yeah. That's all you see.
Like, instead of like trying to like, his face is fucked up. Look, no, like they creatively, like he died, slumped.
You're
over.
seeing it from her perspective. You're not seeing it like a zoomed in shot. You're seeing what she's seeing. So she's just reacting to the fact that clearly he's dead, or something really bad happened. But also Jason just kind of shows up. He's like, hey. And you're like, oh shit. And then, she runs around with a towel that just, like, I'm sorry. I will never understand how to get a towel to not fall. I'm also not a guy.
It's rocket surgery, man. I don't understand.
It doesn't make any sense. I'm also not a guy who, like, takes a shower and then puts a towel on and wanders around my house.
No.
I get, I'm usually getting dressed in the bathroom after the shower. But the fact is, I have never even, like, usually when you're like swimming, right? You go in a pool, you go in the ocean or whatever, and you come out and usually you wrap your towel around you. I can never get the fucker to stay. How does it work?
So if
Magnets.
you take
how do those work?
If you take the end and you start rolling it around, it usually will stay. But I couldn't get my towel to stay like that.
No way. She is sprinting through this house and that thing is not budging. That thing should have flown off.
No.
And to be honest, if this woman, if she agreed to nudity, that's exactly what the scene would have been. She would have ran, the towel would have fell off, and she would have just been running around the house naked.
Yep.
Yeah, they ran out of their nudity budget, and they ran into the one actress who wouldn't do it.
Yep.
And they just had to rely on God and that towel.
I mean, that's the thing is, like, this movie has probably some of the most, like, gratuitous nudity of the franchise. Like, Part 5...
I was going to say,
Part 5, Part 5 probably has the most gratuitous nudity, but, like, rewatching this, I mean, I've seen this movie so many times. Like, I've been having a hard time sleeping, or a hard time staying awake, like, usually around the time I watch movies for the podcast. And so there was a time I think I fell asleep a little bit of this movie. And I usually, when that happens, I'll go back and I'll rewatch the movie, or I'll rewatch, the section I missed. I was like, nah, I've seen this movie too many times. I don't need to do that. I'm just, it's fine. But after this most recent rewatch, though, I'm like, boy, there's just some scenes with nudity that just doesn't need to happen. And we talked about it with the skinny dipping, which we complained about in Part 2. It's just like, why? Like I get it, like, for the eyes, and like people want this, and like little boy Parker loved this, but. It's like, nudity for the sake of nudity is just, it's just you might as well just go watch porn. Seriously, like you're gonna get more out of it.
Yep.
True.
Not enough murder in porn though.
No,
You could probably make it.
You know, that's what I need to do. I need to I'm just gonna direct one movie. It's gonna be a porno, but it's gonna be a straight up like a good one with like a good like you have to watch the movie for the plot. Like it's a slasher porno where it's like you're getting two for the price of one. You're getting satisfied, but you're also in two different ways. Have you ever watched a slasher with your dick in your hand? No. This would be the first one you do.
You might. I mean, I'm interested now. Continue, please.
Somebody give me money to do it. I don't know if my wife will approve, but if money is involved, maybe.
Listen, it's okay. I'm going to do this job.
I'm not doing anything. I'm not going to be doing it. I'm the director.
Yeah, I'm telling them what to do.
Yes.
And then we'll be able to build another wing onto the house.
Yes, onto my mansion.
Yes.
My already massive mansion that I do not have. So where are we? So we're back at the Jarvis house. Or no, we're with Trish and Rob because Rob is the hitchhiker guy, by the way. That's his name. And for some reason, Trish runs into the woods before and then like just kind of like hunkers down in his tent for some reason, just sits there, and you're like, oh, what? Why? And then he attacks it. You think it's Jason.
He attacks his tent with a machete.
Yeah. And he's like, what are you, motherfucker? What are you doing here? And she's like, what are you trying to do? Kill me? And I was like, well, why are you here? Like, why are you in my tent just sitting here nonchalantly? Like, what are we doing?
She's just in there smelling his underwear.
This movie for 5 seconds forgot it wasn't a mystery. Like, we're not supposed to be solving who the killer is. We already know it's Jason. So they just set this guy up as a red herring for no reason for like 5 seconds of the movie.
Yeah, no, red herring that, like you said, didn't make sense because we've known it's him the whole fucking time. Like, Jason's like, it's not this guy, clearly.
Yeah. I'm like, what are we doing? Like, there's literally a shot of her, like, on her knees, kind of like looking out the entrance of the tent, just like scared. And you're like, are you gonna do something? You're gonna say something? And then the tent gets attacked. She's like, ah. But then they go to the teens' house, and they're going through, and he goes into the basement.
Well, hold on. One thing you missed. They go back to the house. Oh no, we left Tommy alone. And they're like, they go there and they find him. We better go check on the kids. Tommy, stay here by yourself.
Yeah.
We came here to check on you just to leave you alone.
At some point during all of this, he tells the story about why he's at Camp Crystal Lake, too.
Yes.
Yeah, it's when they're in the tent. It's like right after he assaults the tent.
Yeah, it's
like he has all these newspaper clippings, and he's related to one of the people who got killed in part 2, and whatever.
He's related to one of the girls that died in part 2. She was the one who actually was the actress who was underage, who lied about her age.
Yep.
Yeah, but Rob goes into the basement, which we don't get the scene yet because this is when Gordon shows up, and this is when Gordon makes the smartest decision of any character in this movie and just yeets himself out of the window. He just turns around, runs down this hall, and jumps out the window, and you never see him again. He has a new family already.
He's moved to Canada.
Yeah, he said he's got a better life. He's got a better life.
Yep. Yes, Canada and love, just like that girl from earlier.
Yep. He didn't need no sign. Somebody's going to pick a dog up.
Yeah.
So,
oh boy, well, I'm going to Canada. Well, hot damn, this dog talks. Take him to Canada.
He's like, I jumped out a closed window and I got no damage.
Yep.
Wow, that's impressive.
See this plot armor? It's beautiful.
That dog has a lot of hit points.
Yeah, it does.
Oh man! But while Rob's in the basement, Trish wanders the house and starts finding all the bodies like she's collecting Pokemon.
Gotta catch them all.
Yeah. Oh no! Just Crispin Glover is like hung like Jesus in the freaking doorway, and
I know, right?
She could have hunkered down and got out the door right there.
What do I do?
Well, Jason shows up there. He rips Crispin Glover down like a piece of paper.
Get the fuck out of here!
It's like, I'm here now. And so she runs away, and he's like, he's here. And then Jason just showed, like, was there another entrance to the basement? What?
Sure.
Because he shows up in that spot, right, where Crispin
Yes.
Glover's hanging, right? He shows up there before he starts attacking Rob in the basement, right?
No,
Possibly?
it's not to the basement scene because she runs and she runs by the corpse and he's like, pushes, fuck you, Crispin.
I thought he
Glover,
was
you shitty
outside
bastard."
coming in.
That's the other way.
Okay.
They're
Yeah,
leaving.
he
All
just
right.
takes him and
Yeah, he
goes
just rips
down.
him down. But we get another iconic scine from this franchise, and that is Rob getting attacked in the basement, and he's just yelling,
killing
"He's
me!
killing me! Run, Trish,
Run,
run! He's
Run,
killing
Trish,
me!
he's killing me!
I'm like, who yells this?
And he keeps going after she leaves. That'd be funny if this movie was made in the modern era. She'd be like 500 feet away from the cabin, and she'd get a text from him that says he's killing me. Like, what the fuck, dude?
But he didn't type it. It was
Oh, it's a
talk to
voice
text.
message,
Yes,
yeah, or
it's
talks to text.
Hey, I just wanted to let you know, I'm killing him. I'm killing him. What?
She doesn't
Got
listen
him.
very well. She could have got away. Like, she's just standing at the top of the steps, and then she goes down the steps. Like, no, do not leave.
Yeah, Trish is funny because like she's a final girl, but she doesn't do a lot.
No,
She just runs. She's very good at running.
like, listen. Let's be honest. Outside, honestly, nobody does a lot in this movie. Realistically,
Yeah. What is the nailing into to keep door from opening? I don't know.
Trish
She
gets
wants
back to the
nails.
Jarvis house. Yeah.
Yeah, she asked Tommy for nails and a hammer.
Oh, that's
and
right.
She's
That's
just
what I was
nailing
saying.
the
She's
damn
just
door.
oh, she's not even
Like-
going
And,
into the frame. I was like, dude,
a
what
good
are you
moment from
doing?
Trish. She's literally
She's
just grabbing
nailing
nails and
straight
just,
into the door.
Yeah,
and I'm
it's
sitting there
like
going, I don't think that's how that works.
It's
You got to
not.
at least put him at an angle so it goes into the frame. So whatever.
You know what? You just keep doing.
You
your stuff.
keep doing you, boo boo. Jason's other favorite pastime. What is it?
Breaking windows.
Throwing bodies through windows.
That
Because
Yeah.
he just freaking throws Rob's body through there. He's got like an axe in his head. I think
Rob's
he's
gonna
dead.
looked up and said, "He's killing me."
Oh my god. Oh. So Tommy gets attacked by Jason, and I love the story. The fact that Corey Feldman wasn't told when he was going to get attacked. So the reaction you see in the movie is like his genuine reaction to Ted White busting through the window to attack him. So
Those
good.
are the best.
Oh man, but that isn't even the best of it. This is another one where this is a gif that's used a lot, and it's Jason busting through the door
Oh,
and just
yeah.
standing there, like
Yeah.
holy shit, man! That's the scariest you'll ever see Jason. Is him burst through that door and just stand there like I'm about to fuck your day up. You're like, oh my god, that's as scary. That's as scary
Hi, honey,
as
I'm
Jason.
home.
That's as scary as Jason in the remake, freaking running, Sackhead Jason running and freaking stabbing that dude in the top of the head in the opening.
Yeah.
Oh, so freaking scary, man. Yeah, we get the hammer throw, which is so good, where Jason like barely misses Trish. So good. And yeah, we just the rest of the movie is just being chased around the house. Trish, distracts him, so that Tommy can do what he's got to do. And she does the same thing that the dog does. She just jumps out a closed window, flops over the railing, lands, and is just like, oh, God, this is
Yep.
painful.
Yeah, she would have broken something.
Oh,
Very
she gets
vital.
So effed up.
Oh, she gets messed up. Yeah, and she, keeps running around, getting chased by Jason. Tommy's in the bathroom prepping himself because he found the articles that Rob had been carrying around. And he sees a picture of Jason without his mask on, and so he's like, I gotta go do something real quick.
Yeah, he's giving himself a makeover.
As we talked about, this all takes place over the course of a long weekend, and yet these newspaper clippings are old and worn and all wrinkled up and everything. It's like, he couldn't have done anything but cut them out of the paper yesterday.
Yes.
Yep.
I didn't even think about that. Good call.
And Trish gets. I think this is where you kind of get like a good moment from Trish because she gets the machete and she's able to like do some damage to Jason. She like does the hand shot, which is really good, where it splits his hand in half and he's kind of just, I love where he's just like kind of looking at it. She knocks off his mask to expose what he really looks like. And I love that they got his face to look very similar to the face you see with Swampy Boy Jason at the end of part 1. I thought it was, I mean, it's Savini who also did the effects for the original. So, you know, he's got all the blueprints, but I really liked how Jason looks in this compared to how Jason looks, you know, down the road when it comes to without his mask. But yeah, and then Tommy comes down and he's looking funky with that stray hair is all popping out everywhere, which I guess Corey Feldman had to wear a bald cap for like 2 straight weeks for these scenes because they originally wanted him to shave his head, and his agents were like, "That's not happening. He's going to be in other things. You can't be doing that."
We have the Goonies coming up. We're going to keep our hair.
Yeah.
You could wear a wig.
We have Gremlins coming out soon. I mean, he's not a big part in that, but he's in it, and he's got a lot of hair in it. And yeah, we get oh man, this is one of the coolest shots of him, you know, getting the axe in the face, and then he falls and and his face just slides down the machete. Oh man, it's so good. But that's not it, because Tommy picks up that machete and just goes to town on Jason.
Because he sees his hand move a little bit.
Yeah. Die. And then we wake up to Trish at the hospital, and Tommy shows up, and we get kind of like a nice little reunion with brother and sister. But then it pans over to Tommy's face, and he opens his eyes, and he looks very menacingly into the camera. And you're like, oh shit, is Tommy going to become the next Jason? Spoiler alert, no.
That was what they were building.
That's what they wanted. Also, this was supposed to be the final movie. This was supposed to but they kind of did this ending because they were like, yeah, it's probably going to be another one. We're probably going to do it again.
Paramount wasn't proud of these movies, but whenever they saw the box office, they were like, you know what? These aren't so bad. We could undisown these.
We could do this. But the alternate ending was Trish has a dream. It's just like any other Friday the 13th movie ending, where Trish discovers the mom's body in the bathtub, and like we get like, you know, interactions between her and Jason, and then you find out it's all a dream, and you're like, oh okay. I'm glad we didn't get that. But yeah, that's it. That is the plot of Friday the 13th, the final chapter.
Geeks with Beards. Do you like action? How about a little comedy? Join the Geeks with Beards podcast. When I ask the question, why do people like Magneto? What the beep? We cover all the eras. Golden, silver, bronze, and modern.
Then you need to check out the Geeks with Beards podcast. Available on all streaming sites right now. Geeks with Beards.
Now it's time to go around the room and share our final thoughts on the movie. We're going to start with our guest, Stu. After the 9,000 times you've seen Friday the 13th, the final chapter, what are your final thoughts on this movie?
You know, I don't love this one, and I feel like I'm going to be the odd man out on this one. I think this one, like I said, on the technical merits of filmmaking, which is not what you're coming to these movies for, I think it's the worst one. And I don't know, like I love part 2, I love part 6, and then there are other ones that I really enjoy. Like, I really enjoy part 7. I really enjoy Jason X. I don't know what it is about this movie that just doesn't do it for me, that everyone else loves so much. But I give it credit for it has as much star power as a Jason movie's going to have because of Crispin Glover and Corey Feldman. But I don't know, man. The editing in this one is really bad, and it just takes me out of scenes of the movie where I'm like, why is it cut so it looks like Tommy Jarvis just killed that lady? Why did I have to watch it this many times and I never understood that the dog was saving himself? I thought Jason was chucking the dog out of the window. I don't know. It's fine. It's a Jason movie, so I've watched it 9,000 times. I'm sure I'll watch it 9,000 more before I die, but it's not one of my favorites.
Dan.
I also don't like. I know a lot of people I talk to or mention this to seem to have this high on a pedestal, like high in the tier list. And while I think it's a pretty good movie, I enjoy it quite a bit. I think it flows pretty well compared to some of the other previous entries up to this point. Yeah, I think it's fine. I like the movie. It's one of the better ones of the era, I would say, but I don't think I hold it in as high regard as the other one. I'm not a big Corey Feldman fan, so like that doesn't do anything for me. Like, yeah. I know he's one of the more credible actors, just like Crispin Glover. But again, like, neither of those actors I have a big attachment to. So it's just like, hey, those are better than the rest of these guys in here kind of thing. And, yeah, it's fine. Like, it's got a few of the funny, like, really funny, like the he's killing me, stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. And, but yeah, it's fine. I always remember the scene in the beginning with the mortician and the sandwich and then dying. Like, it's got some cool kills. Like, I think some of the kills, not all of them, but I think some of these kills are a step above, previous film, the last film. So, like, there's some more effort and stuff put into them. But yeah, it's good. I mean, I recommend anybody to watch it if they like these kind of movies. But
we forgot. We got our new ranking system that I completely forgot. So we have a ranking system here. Well, it's fairly new. We're only 2 episodes deep into it. We have 3 different rankings of one. The top one is the Dissect That Film seal of approval. We have It's a Movie
with Angel's face.
With Angel's face, and then the third one is absolute trash. And it might sound a little harsh, but it just means it's bad. So we'll go back to Stu. Stu, what would you give it on that rating scale?
I couldn't possibly go any worse than It's a Movie because I love this franchise, and to a degree, I love all the movies in this franchise. So I don't know that I give it seal of approval because I think this franchise has better highs, but it's a movie. It's a movie.
Okay. All right. So It's a Movie. Dan, what do you give it?
I'm a little bit of the opposite way than Stu here because I think It's a Movie is as low as I would go, but it's definitely not seal of approval worthy. But I guess we'll just say It's a Movie because it's not like quite to even that close to being seal of approval. So,
all right, Angela.
I agree with them. It's not bad. It's not the best out of the series, but I would continue watching it over and over. So
It's a Movie.
It's a movie.
Okay.
I said I agree with them.
All right. So 3 It's a Movies. I'm gonna break the trend here. This movie rules. Okay, this is a fun time. I mean, regardless of the gratuitous nudity and all that stuff, I think the kills rule. The effects are great. Ted White is possibly one of the best Jasons in the entire franchise. I just love how menacing he looks, and like I love he's completely the opposite of what Part 3's Jason is, which is funny because when he talks about it, he's like, I don't give a shit what the last Jason was. This is my Jason. This is what I wanted to do. He made him fast. He made him. He kind of makes him like a more believable Jason to just being a guy who lives out in the woods instead of a lot of the other Jasons that we've seen in Part 2 and Part 3. I think this is like the most believable, being like some guy just living in the woods for a very long time, just decides to go out and start killing people. I still have a blast with this movie. I mean, this franchise is this. I've always said that this is not one of my favorite horror franchises, but I still always have fun watching the movies. And Part 4 is one of my favorites in the franchise. So yeah, and still to this day, it's still a great time. So I'm gonna give this one the Dissect That Film seal of approval. I'll break the trend so we don't get a clean sweep there. Next, we're going to go over to social media and read the comments about the movie that we're talking about, and that is Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Over on Instagram, we got a couple. We got Mouse Madness, which just has a fire emoji. You know what? Sometimes that's all you need. Right?
That's fair.
Dewey Pod Monsters, very excited that we're covering this movie. And hopefully, even with all of the technical difficulties we've dealt with tonight and the audio issues, hopefully it's still a good episode. John, I really hope we didn't disappoint you. Movies for Days says, tied with part 6 for my favorite in the franchise. Kicks off the Tommy Jarvis trilogy in style with young Corey Feldman, a dipshit stoner, a dog named Gordon, a set of foxy twins, and an outstanding dance stylings of Crispin Glover. Probably the best fully realized down-the-line Jason movie of the series. Big Bad Wolf 884 says, my second favorite in the franchise, behind part 6, of course. So much to love here. Cute dog that escapes the movie, one of the better final girls in my opinion, little Corey Feldman in the infamous dance scene. And then Jesse Man 0 says, I'm excited. Also love this movie. We have one over on Threads from Movie Throwdown Pod. Says 2 things I love about it. 1, Corey Feldman. 2, director Joseph Zito also made Missing in Action in the same year, which is pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. Now we're going to go over to our Discord server, which you can be a part of if you go to patreon.com/dissectthatfilm and join at the free tier or any of the tiers that you want to join at. You can get access to our Discord, which is a lot of cool things happening, except for when we want to record over there. Then it's a piece of shit. But the rest of our Discord is fantastic. So if you want to join in and leave your comments over there, you can do that. So I'm going to go over and see what you all had to say. We have Spicy Dan, who says, I'm a fan of part 1 through 8 in Jason X. The ending of this movie is one of the most iconic Jason deaths, in my opinion.
It's pretty good.
Nicole from Doom Generation says, I think I've only ever seen the first Friday the 13th. Come on, Nicole, you got to do it. You got to watch through it. At least, this is a franchise you have to at least get through it once. Like, you go through this franchise once and you're like, it's just not for me. I'll accept it. I will totally understand. It's just, I feel like Friday the 13th is a franchise you have to at least experience once.
Yeah, and like you get highs and lows, but the series is all over the place. So it's not like it's a consistent like up and then down. Like there's peaks and valleys.
Yep. And the last one is from Lo Wang, who says, while not my favorite, this one is fun. I don't have much to say about it this time. All right, short and sweet. Love it. All right, well, that's it for another Friday the 13th episode. Very exciting. We got 3 Friday the 13ths in 2026. So we're starting off with part 4. We got part 5 and part 6 this year, which is very exciting. We're getting through it, guys. We don't have many. I feel like we don't have any left. Like after 2026, we only got a few left, which is kind of sad because I've been having a blast covering these movies every Friday the 13th. But our next episode of the Dissect That Film podcast, we don't know yet because there's a Patreon poll probably either going up right now or already there, where you guys are going to be deciding our final movie of February. Now, February is Black History Month, and we have not really looked at blaxploitation movies in the past, so we figured in honor of Black History Month, we would dive into the world of blaxploitation and cover a movie of any era. We got, I think, myself, Dan, and Angela, we all picked a movie for the poll, all from different decades, all from different points in time of that genre, and one of them is going to get picked, and I'm excited to cover any other one that get picked. So, what do we got? We have Boss, which is Dan's pick. Angela, what did you pick? Blackula, and I picked Black Dynamite. So you go over to Patreon. Again, you can join at the free tier and also participate in the polls and vote on what movie you want us to cover for the final episode of February.
If you vote on mine, it's like obviously one I've never heard covered before, and it's super obscure. It's going to get the least amount of views. Vote for that.
It also has its main title is a title that we're not going to be able to use. Just an FYI, because it has a word that I'm not going to say on the internet or at all ever in my life. But that's just the name of the movie, and it has alternate titles, so that's how it's going to be titled. If it is the movie that is picked, that's why it's called Boss. You can look it up, and you can find out the name for yourself.
Find out for yourself.
Yeah,
just like I had to.
We're very excited to kind of jump into that genre. There's a lot of very interesting films, to kind of explore. But very excited with that. In the Monster Zone, we have what are we covering this month?
Oh, it's Super Inframan.
Super Inframan from
By the Shaw
1975.
Brothers.
Yeah. So that's another fun one. But
Yeah, it is.
But that's what we got going on for the rest of February. Now it's time to let our guest talk and tell us what he's got going on and where we can find him and all of his wonderful podcasts. Stu,
Absolutely.
floor is yours.
Thank you so much. So the podcast is the Stu World Order podcast, where we review random comic book movies with a guest every episode. So you'll hear me talk to a guest for about 5 to 10 minutes. Then we'll start covering the movie. We give it our ups and our downs, and then our overall rating out of 10 for the movie. And in addition to the podcast, which you can find on pretty much any podcast player out there, let me know if there's one that it's not on. There is the website swoproductions.com, where we have new articles at the present every single weekday. That may be ending in the spring, as I've direly been catching up to where I've been written ahead to. But new articles every single weekday for the present. A lot of movie reviews, TV show watch-throughs, me trying every flavor of Pop-Tarts, and I do special horror-themed articles on every Friday the 13th, so you'll have that to look forward to also.
Very cool, very cool. All the links for everything that Stu does will be down in the description or in the show notes. So make sure to check Stu out and Stu World Order. It's a great show. I've been on it a few times myself. I gotta hop back on. I haven't watched I feel like I haven't watched a superhero movie in ages. So I need to get back on there and have you. Hopefully, I pick a good one.
The list is really narrowing down at this point. Like
I
think
bet.
I've got 40-some movies left.
Wow.
I mean, the show's been around I have recorded at this point 170-some episodes. I've got 40-some left that are still based on graphic novels and anime and manga and what have you. And it's just really getting down to, I mean, there's still good movies that people haven't drawn or chosen, but it's really, I've got to start coming up with what happens whenever I'm out of movies, man.
Well, you're killing it, man. I mean, the fact that you can get so far ahead is like impressive. I'm like, if I can get a few weeks ahead, that's a plus for us.
It is January 30th. I have every single episode recorded, edited, and scheduled to come out through May 22nd.
Wow. Jesus.
You're doing very, very well.
I have podcast anxiety. I can't let these things start hanging over my head, or else I start getting too frantic about it.
Yeah.
I know how that feels. I definitely annoy Dan and Angela. I'm just like, hey, can we record this day? Hey, we got to record this day. I go run. I'm like, the schedule's in my head and how do I got to do it? Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
I totally get it. But yeah, Stu, I really appreciate you being here again. We're going to get you on an episode that doesn't have to do with Friday the 13th. We'll get you on one of those episodes.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
I hear I like, oh, now Friday the 13th on the schedule. I gotta get Stu back on the show. But if you want to check out his other episode, we did cover Friday the 13th part 2. We do have a Friday the 13th playlist on YouTube if that's where you check out the podcast, or just type in Friday the 13th on your favorite podcast apps with Dissect That Film, and it'll probably pop up every single episode we've done already. So yeah, check all that out. As for us, follow us on social media at Dissect That Film or Dissect That Film Pod, on Instagram and Threads at Dissect That Film Pod. That's where we primarily are at. See, we're getting close to the end, and my mouth and my brain, they're starting to meld together. Yeah, we're on Patreon, as I just mentioned before. Make sure to join if you want to get uncut versions of the episodes, especially like this. This one is going to be weird for everybody who's listening because, boy, technical difficulties are fun.
It was rough for that first half an hour.
It was an adventure, guys. But yeah, uncut episodes, monthly watch-alongs, and other things in the pipeline. All you have to do is pay $1. You can pay $3. There is a $3 tier, but that's if you just want to support us extra. There may be something down the road. We'll figure it out. But yeah, we appreciate all the support there. If you can't do that, make sure to go to your favorite podcast apps, rate us 5 stars, leave us a review, because the more 5-star reviews we get, the more kind of our podcast is pushed out there for more people to discover. And 2026 has been starting off really well with the show. episode, which was our first episode of the year, is like, I think it had the most downloads of any episode of season 3 already.
Nice.
Like in the first 7 days.
Nice.
So
Yeah, fuck season 3.
thanks for not leaving, everybody. Thanks for still continuing to support the show. And that, I mean, that's a small reason why we keep doing what we do, because we're having a good time, and clearly you guys are enjoying what we're doing. So thank you. That's ultimately all I got. I actually forgot to pull up the Patreon so I can thank all the wonderful people over there.
It's okay. We're going to lose half our viewers after next week's episode.
So lastly, I want to thank our wonderful patrons. We have Dustin Elkins, Rudy5453, Bucket of Chum, the Shark Movie Podcast, Corey Morissette, Daniel Collins, Jordan Champion, Lo Wang, Doom Generation, Angela, Dissect That Dan, the Baron's Hideout Podcast, Eric Stein, Robert Stewart, Jason, Anna Presley, Lone Wolf, and Derek Afolder. Thank you so much for supporting us over on Patreon, and thank you to everybody else for supporting us, period, because without you, this show would not exist. But guess what? We're 227 episodes into this bitch, and we ain't going nowhere. So until next time, I am Brett Parker. That is Dan and Angela of DNA Gaming, and that is Stu from Stu World Order. And this has been episode 227 of the Dissect That Film Podcast. We'll see y'all again on the next one. Remember, bye. Don't go skinny dipping when it's cold, or at all. It's gross.